that's what. That's okay. That's fine. I'll deal without. Or I'll get a Diet Coke.
Okay.
I'm not big on them, but, well, that's good because I was going.
So you might be supportive of at least tabling it for review. Whatever your decision is.
Right.
Are we gonna have Frank tonight?
No.
No, I put it in your script too, that we will have
Oh,
to have
we
a
need
motion
to.
to excuse him.
Excuse him.
Yeah, I believe he's
There
out
it
of
is.
town.
There it is.
When it came to the lease return,
I mean, he's out of the country at the moment.
Oh, is he? Oh, maybe he's in.
So he won't be back.
Straight up our moves, right?
If I remember correctly, he was Portugal is where he was.
Oh, he was on vacation. That's what it is, yeah.
He's in Portugal.
You're a lot kinder than I am. I thought maybe he's on business. He's on
No,
vacation, that's right.
No, him and his family.
We'll get Rick up here and we'll get ready to go.
I believe they were making.
Frank's on vacation
He is. We think he's in Portugal.
in Portugal. Okay.
That's
He's
what.
overseas somewhere. I think it was Portugal, but I'm not positive on that.
Ooh, I'm a scribbler. I gotta scribble my notes, and so
I think we can't find some of the notes in there, you know what I mean? I'm sure you did all day long, didn't you? I was gonna say.
we'll actually get home in time for dinner.
Don't jinx us.
We'll get Rick up here and we'll get ready to go.
So do we,
Sorry.
do we excuse at the beginning?
Well, we'll do it after the roll call.
I thought for sure you were gonna go, wait,
do the
I was
pledge.
just sitting.
Are we ready? Okay. Good evening and welcome to the Piqua City Commission. This is our regular meeting with executive session. This is Tuesday, June 16th. It's a little past 5:30, and we will call the meeting to order. And we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We understand that Mr. DeBras, Commissioner DeBras, is vacationing this week and out of the country, so I would entertain a motion to excuse him from tonight's meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded that Commissioner DeBras be excused from tonight's meeting. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. The motion is passed. Now we'll ask for the roll call for the meeting.
Commissioner Simmons,
Here.
Commissioner Walker,
Here.
Mayor Vetter,
Here.
Commissioner Wade.
Here.
Next, we're going to consider adjourning to executive session. Is there a motion to move to
So
executive?
moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded that we move to executive session. Let's take a roll call.
Commissioner Simmons,
Aye.
Commissioner Walker,
Aye.
Mayor Vetter,
Aye.
Commissioner Wade.
Aye.
We are adjourned to executive session.
agenda items, and these are non-agenda.
Okay.
I thought you were already on the City Historic Review Commission.
I have been and got reappointed, just
Oh.
the statutory.
But you were only on there, I mean, we only created it like a year ago.
It's been maybe, yeah, at least that, it's a little over that, but yeah. Yeah, I was appointed then and then reappointed. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was just wondering, because it should have been a 2-year term.
and I don't know that,
Yeah. Oh,
there were several people that were coming up for that.
did you see the email that Johnson message from the that got sent out? He applied for a spot.
Okay.
On BZ. I didn't know if we were need to vote on those.
Well, isn't coming up tonight, though.
No.
Mm.
Well, I was just wondering.
I don't know that.
Just curious.
Yeah. Is that better?
Second.
Good. So let's have a roll call.
Commissioner Simmons,
Aye.
Commissioner Walker,
Aye.
Mayor Vetter,
Aye.
Commissioner Wade.
Aye.
We are back officially from executive session. Next, we will have a work session. This will be presented by Jerry O'Brien, and it's to review activity on escrow accounts. Jerry?
Yeah, good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. I just wanted to give the Commission a brief update on the activity in the escrow account to date. So we have three escrow accounts in one. So each one is, we have the water and sewer account, the road account, and the electrical account. So initially, when the accounts were first set up, the company deposited money in there to cover the soft costs. So, and that's the 8 million, or, hang on just a second. The 6.8 million that went into the water and sewer fund, and then the 675,000 that went into the road account, and the 642,000 that went into the electric fund. So those are to cover the soft costs, and then the 2,059,098, that was the first contract that was bid out recently, and they deposited that money into the water and sewer account to cover the cost of that contract. So to date, they have distributed $2.2 million to the city. That's in our bank account now as part of the soft cost. And then I have submitted a request for reimbursement out of the electrical account for the $409,000 that you see. So that's the activity to date. So I just wanted to mention too, just in case anyone was unaware of how this escrow account works. So once the money is deposited into the account, then it can't be withdrawn by the company or the city without we both have to sign a disbursement agreement. And then the account is handled by the escrow agent at the bank. So neither party has access to the account. It's a joint agreement on distribution. And I'll take any questions.
Questions from commissioners about the presentation? Hearing none. Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate the update.
You're welcome.
Next, we'll move on to the business agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the business agenda?
I motion to approve our June 2nd business agenda,
June 16th?
June 16th?
Yeah,
I'm
16th.
sorry.
Yeah. Support for the motion?
Second.
Moved and seconded that the business agenda be approved. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The business agenda is approved. Next, we will talk about the consent agenda. We're going to divide this into two parts. The first part is the approval of the minutes from the last meeting, and then I have a resolution of public service for Janelle. She's here, so we'll get to that here momentarily. So do I have a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded that the minutes from the last meeting be approved. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And next, I would ask Janelle to come forward, and you may bring an invited guest along if you'd like.
She made me come.
I'm sure she did. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. You're welcome. Congratulations. Let's see if we can use the microphone here. This is a resolution number R-78-26. This is a resolution of appreciation for the public service of Janelle Collier as a city employee. whereas Janelle Collier has retired as purchasing manager with the city of Piqua, and whereas her retirement follows 31 years of faithful and dedicated service to the city and its citizens, now therefore be it resolved by the City Commission of Piqua, Miami County, and all members elected thereto that, number one, in recognition and appreciation of the public service with the commission tenders its unanimous and respectful tribute to this resolution, which shall be matter of public and permanent record. The resolution shall take effect and be enforced from after the earliest period allowed by law. Congratulations on your retirement.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're welcome. I got you too. Good. Did you get a picture? Over here. You did. That's okay. Very good. Thank you. You're welcome.
so much.
Oh, I think it's Diana's, right?
Here, you can see it.
Thank you.
Next, we have no old business tonight, as far as I know, and so we're going to move into new business. The first on the agenda is ordinance number O-8-26, a first reading.
An ordinance to amend Chapter 32, Boards and Commissions.
I'm sorry, Commissioners, I just want to clarify, did we adopt Resolution R-7826?
Yes.
We did. Okay. Thank you. I just want to clarify. Commissioners, good evening. This is an update to the Boards and Commissions, Chapter 32 of our ordinances. There is a slight change in the City Planning Commission where the ex officio non-voting members will be changed from City Manager to the Community Services Director and from the City Engineer to the City Planner. Otherwise, the main changes under each of the boards and committees is to change the voting of each of those commissions and boards. Currently, they require of a majority of the members elected or appointed to the board or commission for an approval or an adoption or for a resolution, et cetera, to go forward to commission for a recommendation. This would change it to a majority of the members present. So as long as there is a quorum, so enough to do business, a majority of the members present would be required to make a recommendation or to vote something through, and that's the main change.
This is the first reading of ordinance number O-8-26. I have no comment cards, I believe, for that resolution, I think. Do I have one? Yeah, I'm looking. I may have put yours in the wrong place. There it is. I had it stuck in the wrong place. Kim Heisler.
I just wanted to ask a question. What then constitutes a quorum? Is that, so the members, there's 5 members. So does that mean if only 3 people show up, that's a quorum? And 2 of those 3 are okay to vote something forward? That's a question that would be great if I could get an answer on. And also, I don't quite understand, like, it seems like it's just lowering the standards. I understand that we're having a hard time for people getting on boards and stuff. But lowering the standards just so that we can get by and get stuff passed faster is not the solution either. can you give me a scenario of the minimum amount of people that can pass? Like if 2 people show up and they both vote for it to pass, is that then considered a quorum, or what exactly what does that look like? And I know Frank's not here to answer the question because he usually answers the question, but Mr. Vetter, if you would like to answer that, that would be very appreciative. And if he doesn't, if you guys would, that would be great. Thank you.
Would you like to respond to that?
Yes, I can. And so a quorum is typically a majority of the members of the board. So if there are 5 members on a board, 3 would be considered a quorum. So that's a majority of the members present. And then this change would allow then, if there are 3 members present, 2 in the affirmative, 1 in the negative, would be a passing vote then. Instead of currently the way that the rules are written is if there are 5 members, 3 would still be a quorum, but 3 would also be necessary for an affirmative vote. So it sometimes ends in places where either there can't be a recommendation or there can't be official business that takes forward, even though there is a majority of the members present. They still can't take official action sometimes to make recommendations to commission because of the way that the rules currently are.
And this would apply to all boards and committees?
That change has been made to each of the boards and committees in this chapter.
Other questions from commissioners? I have a comment card from Jonathan Russell.
I'd like to speak.
We're talking, Gene, about the resolution 08-26.
Well, I'm still going to speak. There was a time in this city when no one would apply for boards. I applied for 3 boards and was accepted on all of them. And she was correct. Majority is exactly the way it's accepted, sir.
Thank you.
That's the way it's always been. Majority. Sir.
I have a comment card from Jonathan Wessel.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. So I would ask you guys to reconsider changing this for both the Planning Commission and the Board of Zoning Appeals. So those 2 boards are a little bit unique in that they vote on things and can actually take action among, themselves. Whereas the Park Board, the Energy Board, they're basically just making recommendations to you guys. But there are some instances, and even in the last Planning Commission meeting, I believe there was a special use permit granted, and that was just by the Planning Commission. I think that if we're having an attendance problem, and obviously this is driven by a couple members who have not been able to make the last few meetings, that we should address the attendance issues. I don't think the Planning Commission should have excused one of those members multiple times like they did. But this has worked for like 90 years, so I don't know that we should change it just because one guy didn't show up to the meeting. Also, just a note, I know we're changing the language of some of the city staff. Those titles are also in the charter. So if it's necessary to change them, which maybe it is, the title city engineer appears in the charter itself. So that may be something to look at as an amendment to the charter. I understand we don't have a city engineer anymore. So thank you.
Thank you. That's the final comment card that I have in reference to this ordinance. Are there other questions from commissioners at this point? Hearing none, this will serve as the first reading for ordinance number 0-8-26. Now we'll move on to resolution number R-72-26.
A resolution authorizing the interim city manager to enter into an agreement with Tie 9 Store 2 LLC, doing business as Tie 9 Piqua.
Good evening, Commissioners. This particular lease item relates to the Fort Piqua Plaza restaurant space. Is the area that Tie 9 is interested in leasing from the city. And this would be Tie 9's second location, the first being their location in the Oregon District in Dayton, which has existed there for over a quarter century. They offer Thai cuisine and traditional sushi, and over their many years of operation have established a very loyal following and a strong reputation within the food industry in our region. The lease area being discussed is 3,578 square feet of restaurant space, known as 110 West High Street. It includes the lobby and restrooms located off of the Main Street side of the building. And it also includes the patio space along the Main Street side of the building. The terms of the lease it's for 5 years with immediate occupancy upon payment of the $7,000 security deposit that's required. The first right of refusal for any basement space or adjacent or adjoining lobby space should it become available at a future date. The base rent, as described in your packet, allows for up to 6 months for the tenant to be able to ready the space for their concept without the burden of rent. And then upon opening for business prior to that 6-month duration or upon the 7th month, their year one base rent would be $3,578 per month, or approximately $12 per square foot. Year 2 through 5, the base rent is set to be $4,167 per month, which is approximately $14 per square foot. That is a number that is the comp for other restaurant spaces, both in our downtown and in neighboring communities that occupy similar spaces with similar characteristics. The lease would also, it also includes a provision that would make it renewable for subsequent 5-year terms with a base rent increase of up to 20%, so that we can keep pace with inflation. The tenant would be responsible for the cost of their water utilization, sewer, gas, electric, refuse, all of those services utilized by the restaurant space, and that's in addition to or separate from the base rent. The kitchen in the facility is fully furnished with commercial restaurant grade equipment that is owned by the lessor, the city of Piqua. And the cost to repair or replace any of that equipment, should it become necessary, is agreed upon between the lessor and the leasee, and the cost then is shared equally, so 50-50, depending on what it needs to be. The tenant would also be identified as a preferred caterer for the 4th floor banquet center. However, that does not make them the exclusive caterer. Other food interests are still able to cater on the 4th floor, just as they do today. And then lastly, the tenant, lessee in this case, would also be, their catering fee would include a fee or a portion of their fee that would go to the Fort Piqua Plaza, the city of Piqua, for their utilization of that 4th floor space. Same as we do with any other caterer up there. Those are the general terms. There's certainly some more detail in the lease document itself. Happy to respond to any other questions or concerns there might be. I can tell you there's one news media outlet that has picked up on this being in the packet and has already sent out a blurb to its readers. And as a result of that, I've gotten a number of texts prior to this meeting from folks telling us how excited they are for Piqua and how good a fit they think this will be. The lessee from Tie 9, Tony Clark, the owner, and his general manager, Brian Sutton, are both here. I would invite them to come up and say a few words about their interest in the space. But I'm also happy to respond to any questions if you have anything for me before they come up.
I'm Tony Clark. Thank you for your consideration for this lease. We weren't looking to come to Piqua. Dayton Business Journal did a story on us, and then Chris reached out, invited us up, and showed us around. And since then, Piqua's become the prime spot that I want to be in. We were looking at Westchester, Columbus, Springfield, markets like that. But after Chris showed me his vision for Piqua, what y'all have been doing in the last X amount of years, and where he wants to go, where you want to go, I am excited to be a part of that. And once I saw the Fort Piqua Plaza, once I saw that building, I was enamored with it. If you know anything about me or my history, I started out in the restaurant business in downtown Dayton. I have restored many historic buildings, many businesses within those historic buildings. So this really fits sort of my core competency, something that I enjoy doing. And we're excited to get at it. But I'm mainly here to, if you have any questions or anything about me personally or Tie 9 specifically.
Thank you. We're going to move into citizens have some questions, and we may come back to you. Okay. I have a comment card from Susan Sharp.
Hello there.
Hello there.
I'm here on behalf of Tom in his support for opening a family restaurant downtown on the square. I did not know Tom until I started going to Bits and Pieces, which I thoroughly enjoy. I've grown to know him. He's a wonderful person, a personable person, and I think he's already shown with his Bits and Pieces and with his candy store downtown what a businessman he is and what he can provide for Piqua. We recently got our Olive Garden, we've got the Piqua Center, we've got Italian, we've got Mexican, we've got several Asians. We do not have a family restaurant. I remember bringing my boys on Friday nights when they were younger to the Empire Restaurant, which is strictly family, and I have very good memories of that. And I think Piqua would really support a family restaurant. I just really think Tom is valuable to our city. He's a very giving person. He donates a lot of his time. I just think he should really be considered. Thank you.
Thank you. I have a comment card from Mildred Heater. Not used to saying Mildred.
I know. Doesn't sound, that's another person. I'm here to support Tom Lillicrap as well. He's a Piqua resident. He has an established restaurant already in Piqua. He has other businesses. He's a local person. And in the past, I've lived in Piqua all my life. In the past, we've had many restaurants in this location, and they never seem to work. Tom is established, and he is consistently doing well with his business, and I firmly believe what Susie said, that we should consider a local family restaurant that we know would do a good job in Piqua and stay here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I have a comment card from Kim Heisler.
So I know these guys had mentioned, it's all over the media already. Okay, I understand they're excited. How do you guys feel about that? You guys are our legislative body. You're the ones that actually approve or disapprove. I would actually like to know when you guys actually found out that this was happening. Did you just find out when we did on Friday when the agenda dropped? Because if you did, you guys need to be a part of the process and who is even looked at that's coming in. You guys, you four guys who speak for us. So as soon as I saw this, I know I was in a meeting before, Kyle had mentioned, and the question was asked, how many people have actually looked at this area, the restaurant area, because many have come and many have gone. And he said, well, you know, there's several people that's interested. I don't think I can tell you who they are. I don't know if they want to if we should say or not. Okay, so there was plenty of people, apparently, that applied. Were you guys aware of any of those guys that did? Because I can say I did a records request on Friday. I came in Monday to actually have it expedited to see how many proposals that we'd received, contracts or lease interests, proposals, whatever, for that space. The only response was, yeah, there were some. And you were asking for information, so, you know, it's going to take too long to get you the documents you need. I checked again today, later in the day, couldn't get a hold of anybody. So my question is, when do the people actually get to make a choice in what comes and what goes? City staff seems to have all the power in the world. When you guys voted for 4th Ward Commissioner, that's not a good example. When you guys get folks for on the board, city staff already goes through and say, this is who we want on, you guys just approve it or not approve it. You don't get to see who actually applied so that you could choose for us. I don't understand, guys. The process is broken. You guys need to be a part of it. Restaurants have come and gone out of that area. Tom has been here through and through. He's put his heart and soul into it. He's taking care of the younger generation, making sure they got jobs. He's gone above and beyond because he loves this place. I think we really need to consider folks here. And actually, where's the documentation that actually shows that a sushi place is going to go over in Piqua? What is the price point of this? I would like you guys to take a look at that too. Piqua is not a sushi place. We are not Columbus. We are not Oregon District. We are Piqua. We haven't grown in 20 years, if you guys haven't noticed, and now we're expanding. We got all these housing. We're getting a data center. I hope not. But what about the families and the people and the individuals? I don't get it. And to have it all over the media now, as if it doesn't matter, that you guys make no difference at all. Because everybody knows that it's coming. It's like a done deal. That's not fair. It's not fair to us, and it's not fair to you guys. And I would strongly suggest you guys table this, because this contract has all kinds of contradictory stuff and things as a leasee I'd be thrilled about. But you guys should take a look, because there are things in there that shouldn't be in there. I'd also like to find out how much it's going to cost us, the people, or the city of Piqua, to pay to actually get it back on board so they can even start moving in. Because when I went to the library last time, they were getting everything out of the basement because there was leaks from the restaurant area, because there was problems going on. It wasn't just one leak. There was dots all over the place. So I would like to think that you guys, and I know there's more, there are definitely more people that applied for that position.
Kim, your time is up.
Yes. And I would like for you guys to know who those are and be able to choose also. Please table this.
I have a comment card from Soleil Larson.
Once again, we're back to broken processes. As you heard Kim say, there was other proposals. A proposal that went into the city 1.5 years ago. It was not presented to you guys. That's Tom's proposal. This lease, having read it and having read Tom's proposal, they look similar, as if the city absconded with Tom's proposal to present to tie 9 and change it. Well, that's proprietary. We were so hell-bent to protect the data center. Oh, we're not hell-bent to protect our own. Oh, but that's right. The city didn't sign an NDA on this one, so Chris Meising has complete rule as a one-man show to select whoever he wants to. Troy just passed legislation to not have gambling establishments, to not have tattoo establishments, to not have burlesque shows. They don't want those businesses in Troy. They're not going to have them in Troy. They actually have some moral standing, and we wonder why Troy is growing bigger than Piqua. When Piqua becomes desperate and steals one man's idea to give a discount to another, we got a problem here, guys. We got a big problem. That's a lawsuit waiting. Are you guys ready to take that responsibility home to your families and your homes and your finances? I really think that the entire system has been lackadaisical long before I got here, long before you guys got here. There are some severe problems with the charter not being adhered to, with the city doing whatever they want, and expecting you guys, with only getting $500, to just rubber stamp everything. They expect you not to read the documents, which you don't. They expect you to not see all the intricacies of the problems before it comes to the meeting, and there are many, many. There's paragraphs in there that actually say that the city is doing a 50-50 split. There's also later paragraphs that say it's all on the leaser. Which one wins, guys? Did you catch it? I hope so. So, and there are many, many more than that. I'm just giving you one as an example. So when these kind of things, and we saw where the NDA has not yet been produced that's dated 10/12/24. We're to believe as citizens on the development of the data center that that thing doesn't exist. The NDA that kept it quiet from us for a year and a half doesn't exist. Only the one dated 7/12/24 or whatever the dates are. So October versus July, that's a big span. We're supposed to believe that everybody, even the $300,000 Bricker Graydon, missed that detail. Really? This is ridiculous, guys. Ridiculous. It's not even good business. It's not even mediocre business. It's poor. We've been saying at this lectern for 2.5 years, and Paul Obendorfer just regularly said we were up here to just, complain, bitch, and moan. No, we're actually here to educate you guys and tell you we actually care, and we want better output from the city. We want the T's crossed and the I's dotted, and it's not too much for us to ask for that. It's not too much for us to ask for you guys, for the usual manner in reviewing applications, to actually be, if there are 3 companies that want to come to that restaurant place, that you guys review all 3 and see if it meets the character and the nature of the citizenry. Not just the progressive nature. I've been in Denver for a long, long time, you guys. They are literally going to hell in Denver. Literally. They have followed these progressive policies for quite some time. This is a nice place to live. It won't be for long if you keep allowing the override of the city to matter more than you guys do with the citizenry. And I'm not kidding. And when you come to these meetings, you need to pray before you come and really say what's in the best interest of this town, the town of little churches. Don't make it your own agenda anymore, you guys. Please.
I have a comment card from Jonathan Wessel.
She's the one that owes you an apology. Back in this.
Good evening. So, a couple of questions. Hopefully you got your pen. There's a note in the contract about equipment condition warranty and repair, that the leaseor, that would be the city, represents and warrants that all existing kitchen equipment, walk-in cooler and freezer units, bar fixtures, HVAC systems, plumbing, and electrical systems within the premises are in good working order. Then there's another part of the contract that says that basically the leasee gets 6 months of no rent as they, outfit the kitchen and hire staff, and I get all that. So I think the property's been empty for 2 years. So has an inspection been done of the equipment, and is there any already anticipated cost to the city for any of that equipment? That's question number 1. The next one is, on the right of first refusal, the basement is specifically noted, and I think somebody else noted that the library at least uses some of the basement space. I'm not sure if they have the whole thing, and I do agree last time I was in there, they were moving things out of the basement. And then I've also heard rumblings for some time that the library's lease is actually up. and that they're just kind of on a month-to-month thing right now. So can we get some confirmation on when that lease was renewed by the library? And does that include the basement? So that was the second question. Library lease doesn't include the basement. For how long? And then on the exclusivity agreement, so in this contract it says that Tie 9 has an exclusivity agreement with a whole list of, we'll call it Asian-esque foods. So my question is, would that prohibit bits and pieces from rolling sushi instead of just ice cream? Thank you.
Okay, thanks, John. I have a comment card from Tom Lillicrap.
Don't bother setting that clock, because I'm going to take the Gene Franz approach, and I'm going to take my time here tonight. I've been quiet long enough, and I'm here to state facts. And that's what I expected a year and a half ago when I made a proposal to the city of Piqua. I expected facts, and I expected the genuineness of this. I don't know how old you are, but we're going to say 75. That's what a city's built on. Integrity. Commissioner Simmons, my condolences to you for the passing of your wife.
Thank you, sir.
You weren't included in this a year ago because of the condition your wife was in, and I didn't think you needed to deal with this problem.
I wish you had.
I wish I would have too, but we aren't done yet.
Good deal.
The amount of people that are here this evening have come up to talk on my behalf, and I am very much appreciative of that. But had they not shown, we would only have about 7 people here. So I want you to see that representation that stands behind me. That's my community. That's my community that supports my little restaurant that I've told for the last year and a half that I need to expand because I've outgrown my spot. I had to physically come here and beg for the city of Piqua to put in a damn stove so that I could continue to run my operation efficiently. So let's get to this point here. First and foremost, this resolution before us, R72-26, isn't not final until you, the commission, vote yes or no on this resolution. I am personally asking you as a citizen, not a business owner, I'm asking you as a citizen, we need to table this tonight. Because I'm really confused, because at 4:00 p.m. today, an hour and a half before this meeting took place, Tony Scott, Tie 9 Restaurant, in the Dayton Business Journal, let me make sure that I read this correctly, quote, publicly expressed that Tie 9 expands to Piqua, opening a second location, not in Piqua, in the historic Fort Piqua Plaza. Who made that decision? And we're going to get an answer on that tonight, trust me. To go back to that, and yes, they're public comments, but if you go to the Dayton Business Journal or to Joe Labor's page, who's a very big advocate for the city of Troy, Ohio, on social media it states that Tony Scott has made comment that he plans to open in mid-August. That's a month and a half from now. Who's going to pay for the 6 free months that he's in business, and we are collecting $0. So since I've been avoided for a year and a half, that clock doesn't matter. So we're going to start out here, and we are going to get to my proposal. Unfortunately, Chris is the only official here this evening out of Paul Orbendorfer, Chris Measing, Kyle Hinkleman, Frank DeBross, and Thomas Holman all physically had an envelope that looked just like this, that had my proposal in it, with my list of how much it's going to cost to replace every piece of equipment in that kitchen. Fell on deaf ears. We don't want you. We don't like you. Amen? Like going to church.
Tom, your time's about to run out.
No, it's not going to run out.
You got to run out.
No, it's not going to run out.
Gonna run out. Yeah.
We're going to get to the proposed. I want you to understand one thing.
do it
I got
quick.
16 seconds and you just used 20 of it. Listen.
I'll give you the extra 20 seconds.
Listen.
Wrap it up.
My proposal that was presented to the city officials was twice the offer of what Tony Scott is about to get a contract for. And at one point, and I don't know that this is valid, but I'm going to make it public because it is public record because I gave it to the city manager and some city officials, that I offered to pay $100,000 of my own money to put in brand new kitchen equipment in that restaurant. Fell on deaf ears. But let me go back to the other one. When I offered double the amount, that's $26 per square foot I offered. Let's table this, and I would offer myself and Tony Scott, I appreciate him showing some interest in the city of Piqua and from Piqua. I'm 40 years here in Piqua, very invested, and I would like he and I to present both of our models to the community and the city commission, and we make that decision. But I want you to look at this because there's a lot of errors in this contract. Thank you.
That's my last comment card on this agenda. Are there questions from commissioners?
Mr. Mayor, I move that we table this until we can find out, because this is the first I'm hearing about. We had an offer from earlier on for more and for better, and it got turned away. I don't know why.
Is there support for the motion?
Yes, I'll second that motion. I was going to do that anyway because I felt there was some conflicting information I was getting. I need to look into it further.
So we have a motion on the floor with support. All those in favor of the motion to table resolution number R-72-26, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The motion is tabled. Now we're moving on to resolution number R-79-26.
A resolution accepting for statutory purposes a budget for the calendar year 2027.
Mayor and Commissioners, so this document is the tax budget that we're required each year at this time to bring forth. And this is a legal requirement that we submit this to the county auditor, and the County Budget Commission uses this information to approve our tax rates. And I'll take any questions.
I have no comment cards on this resolution. Are there questions from the commission on this resolution?
No.
Hearing none, I'll ask for a motion to approve resolution number R-79-26.
So moved.
Support?
Second.
Moved and seconded that resolution number R-79-26 be approved. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The resolution is passed. We have a city manager report tonight.
Yes. Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. I have a few items to present for the city manager's report. Just a notice that there are several vacancies on boards and commissions, that the application is up on the city website for vacancies in the Board of Zoning Appeals, the Charter Review Committee, City Historic Review Commission, and the Civil Service Commission. In addition, the Utilities Department is conducting routine maintenance on the Ash Street Water Tower this week. The project will include a comprehensive inspection of the tower, along with power washing and recoating and preventative maintenance. This should help to preserve the structure for the future. The tower will be taken out of service during a 2 to 3 week period with no interruptions projected to the water service to customers. City offices will be closed on Friday, June 19th for the Juneteenth holiday, and also again on Friday, July 3rd for the Independence Day holiday. Rumpke will be operating on schedule with no delays during both weeks. We wanted to be sure to also mention the various activities that will be happening as we commemorate America's 250th anniversary with community events, live entertainment, and family activities during the Independence Day holiday weekend. So these events are in conjunction with the Lock 9 concert series and in cooperation with our community partners. On Friday, July 3rd, there will be a concert featuring Reflection and the opening act of Cadillac McSwain starting at 7 p.m. At Lock 9 Park, followed by, for the first time in Piqua, a drone show. That will begin approximately at 10 p.m. On Saturday, July 4th, the Piqua Fest will kick off beginning at 2 p.m. with food vendors, merchandise vendors, a children's activity area with inflatables, games, and live entertainment all day. Featured performers include The Menus, Schifferly Road, Kim Campbell and the Southern Memories, and the Driving Force Band. The evening will conclude with the city's annual fireworks show beginning at 10 p.m. This year, they will be launched from the Garnsey Street Bridge to facilitate better viewing in the downtown and the activity area. All events are free, open to the public. Attendees are encouraged to bring lawn chairs and enjoy the entire day in downtown Piqua and Lock 9 Park. We also have Catherine Bogan, the Human Resources Director, to give an update on the city manager recruiting process.
Good evening, Commissioners. Thank you, Amy. The Commission wanted to update the public and provide some insight onto where we are with the process. So I'm going to run through that on their behalf. As you all know, the City of Piqua is conducting a thorough, transparent, and equitable recruitment process to identify our next city manager. There's going to be several steps that are included in this and several phases, and I'm just going to hit some highlights of what each of those phases will entail. We're going to proceed with the application review and candidate screening. The commissioners initiated a comprehensive recruitment process designed to attract qualified candidates. This recruitment was shared through professional municipal organizations, online job platforms, and city communication channels to reach a broad pool of candidates. The city reviewed applications from interested candidates, and the commission is currently moving through the review and evaluation process of all applicants. Once we get through our review process, we'll move forward through to interviews. Candidates who are advanced through the initial review process may participate in interviews to evaluate their experience, leadership style, qualifications, and vision for the role. Candidate interviews are expected to take place in the summer months. The process will include an opportunity for input from the community and additional evaluation methods. We'll move into the final candidate consideration after that, where finalists may participate in additional assessments designed to support the City Commission's decision-making process. And once we identify a finalist, we'll move into a background check. The selected candidate will undergo appropriate background review, and following this process, the City Commission will determine whether to move forward with the appointment of that position, that individual into the position. Final employment terms will be negotiated as part of the hiring process. The timeline for these steps is tentative, and it may change based on the number of candidates that we receive and that we review. and based on the needs of the recruitment process. The City Commission is the appointing authority for the city manager position and will make the final hiring decision. The city appreciates the community's interest and your involvement as we work through this transition period to identify our new leader.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, okay. Are there any other comments from the city manager's office? Okay. Now we'll move to commissioners' comments. Mr. Simmons, would you like to start?
Sure thing. So there might be some of you out there that would consider this a drone show, but context is different. Anyway, oh, come on, that was funny. I've been trying to do comedy since all last week. There you go. I got a laugh. There we go. Anyway, thank you guys for your compassion and for reaching out and for your condolences over the loss of Miss Jo. My house is way too quiet, even with little dogs. And we snuggle a lot. Probably didn't help that I'm just walking around, and those of you who've lost a spouse probably know where I'm coming from. About 2 days after Joe passed away, I was trying to do normal things. And for me, one of the normal things is mowing the lawn, but my garage door, the opener is broken. So I tried to open the garage door manually, and I fell in my garage, and I bruised every last rib all up the left side. So if you see me kind of hobbling, that's why. But I thank my fellow commissioners for the grace the last few weeks. I'm going to get back in the swing of things. I did get today, someone sent me a legislative packet, which is an ordinance and a resolution. A couple of months ago, I passed along something that I tried putting together with AI, but it was not actionable, I was told, about transparency, because we're lacking it. I'll be the first one to sit there and say, we're lacking it even now. And so we got the first step. The first step was getting our meetings back on YouTube, and I'm glad that we did that. But that was a step. That wasn't the solution. It was just a step. The comments that come, the meeting after the meeting, we need to do away with the meeting after the meeting. That meeting needs to be part of this meeting. Those comments, your comments about non-agenda stuff need to be, we need notes. That needs to go in the minutes. And that's the only way that we can treat you as the valuable people you are. Does that make sense? You know, I'm sorry if I've been walking around in a stupor for 3 years, but this makes sense. And we're going to deal with it one way or the other. And hopefully we can do that with a legislative packet that opens us up for some transparency. Anyway, I yield back.
Thank you. Mr. Walker?
Yes. I promise not to hug you again.
For a while. I'll tell you
For a
when
while,
it's,
for a
I'll tell you
while.
when
I
it's
know,
okay.
I just, So, a couple things. The Sheets are doing a drawing for the New Humane Society. See them, they're $10 tickets. Drawing for a basket of goodies. The Juneteenth celebration in Troy is this weekend. And be patient with us. We do have 183 applications that we are looking through for the city commissioner. So, and with that, I'm done.
Okay. Mr. Wade?
My only comment tonight is, I understand, I heard your problems with us on not getting this. So some of this comments that you made tonight, I do read these things and I do try to get information, and that's why I was not going to vote on Thai 9. Not that I think it's a bad restaurant, or I think it would be a good restaurant in the area, but there was other conflicting issues that I had with it, and that's the reason I was going to table it.
Whole bunch of markups.
My other thing in that realm to try to lighten our a smile is one of the easiest way to spread joy. Marilyn Monroe said, "So keep your head up high, keep your chin up, and most importantly, keep smiling, because life is a beautiful thing and there's so much to smile about." That's it.
Thank you. I have a couple things tonight. Number one, if you're not aware, the Civic Band will be performing a concert on July the 2nd in the ballroom at the hotel, Plaza Hotel. And that will feature a choir and some patriotic music. So that's coming up. Also, this weekend is Celtic Fest at the Johnson Farm. So if you're not familiar with that, there'll be Celtic music, food, canal boat rides, all kinds of activities going on out at the Johnson Farm Saturday and Sunday coming up. I continue to be concerned about motorized bicycles. There are an awful lot of people who are blowing through stop signs and all kinds of things, and I'm hoping that we don't have to have a tragedy to somehow find a better solution to what's going on with motorized bicycles. I'm still seeking a date for the Moat Park meeting. I think we've had a lease now expire for that building, and I think it's time for a public opportunity to talk about the building, its use, and its future. So that would be on my agenda. Next, I'm aware that Neighbors Helping Neighbors is continuing to have some problems, and the problems are with volunteers. That program really succeeds with that problem. Succeeds with volunteers, and they're really struggling with volunteers. When I spoke with Joe Wilson, he was really concerned about whether or not they would be able to continue their summer activities unless they can get some volunteers. So that's a real issue. So if you have interest in that program, see me or see Joe Wilson or call Joe Wilson. He's anxiously looking for volunteers for that program. I'm not sure everyone was aware, but the city was awarded Tree City USA status for the last year. And I think that's a good thing. We've worked at that. We've had that for a number of years, and happy to have that. So with that, I have concluded that portion. And I know one more thing. I wasn't sure when you read the list of board openings, did you have the Historic Review Committee on your thing? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we covered all those, so very good. Okay. Hearing no other comments, I would advise to see the Piqua website if you have questions about more information, especially on those board appointments and things that we need to do there. At this point, I would entertain a motion for adjournment from the business portion of the MAR meeting.
So moved.
Okay?
Second.
Been seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We are adjourned.